actually morning anymore, it is the afternoon. Me and Charlotte have had such a lazy morning. It was actually really nice that we've just been chilling, but it is like gone 1 o'clock I think, and I'm not even ready for the day yet. So I just thought I would quickly do my makeup on camera. I look really like puffy at the minute. I don't know, is it just lack of sleep? Who knows? So I've been trying to use this jade roller to like get rid of my puffiness a bit, and yesterday I did. I swear to God, my entire face changed. So I kind of didn't know how well it worked, and now I feel like it really does. So moisturiser, I'm using Good Molecules at the minute. I literally love this one. It's like priming as well, I think. Silicone free priming moisturiser. It's so good and my skin doesn't react to it, so that's a miracle. And then I'm just gonna try and like depuff my eyes a bit. To be honest, this is just so therapeutic. Also, ignore the state of my room. I haven't even made my bed. This is just, doesn't even look as bad on camera. There's clothes here. I feel like I've got a really sneaky camera angle. Foundation, I'm just going to use this NARS Sheer Glow. So the plan for the day is I think we're going to go to a walk. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of a dreary old day. Like, it's not very nice out. But I think we're just going to put like coats on. I'm probably going to wear something like, I don't know, comfy like joggers or like leggings or something. I really want to go to, I don't know how you pronounce it, like Kyoto, I'm not sure, Gardens, which is like a nice little garden thing by Holland Park, I think. So yeah, I really wanted to do that today, so I think we're gonna head there, and then when we come back, I believe we are baking banana bread. I think we're filming like a actual video for Charlotte's channel, like she's bought all the banana bread ingredients and everything. I'll maybe include a couple of snippets. After that, I've got a like Dermalogica event, online like virtual PR event, which is all about, I think, like manifestation stuff, which is right up my street. I'm actually really looking forward to it. The only annoying thing is that normally you have to like, they send you like a package and the products in it you can use in the Zoom call, but my package, I basically didn't change my address in time, so it's gone to my parents' house, so I don't actually have the new products that they've launched, which is like a primer, I believe, and like a micro something primer, I think it's called, but I can show you on the call later. But yeah, I'm just going to follow along to the meditation bit. I actually, last night, since I've been here, I haven't done any journaling, and last night I finally did like some gratitudes in my diary, so I'm feeling very in the mood for today, some manifestation. I think tonight we are getting a takeaway. It's this like doner kebab thing. Like, I actually really don't like doner kebabs, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'm not eating meat, but they do veggie ones, so I'm quite excited to try that and see. I'm the world's fussiest eater, so it'll be interesting to see if I like it, but they look really good and I've seen people rave about them, so they messaged and said, do we want to try it? And yeah, we thought we'd give it a go, so I will show you and give you a bit of a review on that later. I'm not gonna lie, they do these cheesy fries and I'm honestly just craving them, so I might buy them on top of, because they're sending us this like box thing, I think. I'll show you probably later, but I looked at the menu because I'm that girl who has to like pre-look at the menu before ordering from anywhere, and the cheesy fries looked so good. I'm going to do my brows, so I'm just going to fill them in a little bit with Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate, just for like the eyebrow tails.
Thanks for cheese.
And then just to finish off my brows, I'm going to use Gimme Brow. This is like one of my favourite brow products ever. Bronzer, Hoola Benefit again. Do love me some Benefit makeup products. And then I literally use the same bronzer just as eyeshadow as well. Then for highlighter, this angle is doing me nothing. This is nothing. I'm going to use this Dandelion Twinkle one from Benefit again. Benefit really coming through on the makeup routine today. This literally goes over my whole face, by the way. It's not really highlighter. For mascara, I will literally always use this. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I will rave about this until my death. And then for lips, I'm going to use this Steve Laurent lip liner in the shade Vogue. This came in a glossy box and I really like it. And then gloss is this Sip and Glory Pillow Plump XXL lip plumping gloss, which has really nearly run out. and we are done. The speedy makeup routine. Things are not looking good. You can't really see, but it's chopping it down. So I've gone for double head layers, hat, hoodie. Gonna put my puffer on over the top. I don't know if we're gonna go to the gardens, or if we go somewhere else, because it's, I don't know, we can't really go there in the rain unless it stops. But maybe we're just going on a bit of a walk. I need to go on a walk because I need fresh air, and then we'll maybe go to the gardens tomorrow instead. Plus it is kind of getting dark because we got up so late, and it's so gloomy anyway that it feels really grey. So I think we might head somewhere else. Charlotte needs to collect something from the post office, so we need to do that. And I have a feeling that we need to go to Poundland, and I can't remember why. Loaf tin. Huh? Loaf tin. Loaf tin, of course. So we don't have a loaf tin for the banana bread to bake in, so we do need to go to Poundland. So I don't know whether we could go on some kind of like cute walk somewhere to a Poundland. I don't really know. I'm literally in the most boring outfit ever. So this is, I actually love this hoodie. I wear it all the time. If you think I wear this outfit all the time, you'd be correct. I literally wear this outfit all the time. Goose and Gander hoodie. This hat is from H&M. It's actually in the sale though. I get so many questions about this one. I get so many questions about this. I don't get so many. I have had quite a few questions about this hat, and it was in the H&M sale, so I don't know if they'll still do it, but it is H&M. Just my grey joggers and some grey socks, and then I'm gonna wear this little mask if I need one. But I got something on it, look. I don't know what it is. Get silk, it marks really easily, but I can always go for the silky. Just they're really cool. So yes, let's go check on Charlotte. I'm literally drenched. It was tipping it down. It's actually really weird how the longer you're out in the rain, the less you realise it's raining, and I've come back and I'm literally soaked through. But I thought I'd give you a quick call. Went to Wilco and picked up that wire that I said we needed for over there, which will be nice because the living room can finally be tidy again, because we basically bought this because we needed this bit before, but we got the 2-metre one, and the 2-metre one means that we can't get the wires behind all the units, so we've got the 5-metre one, so that will look nice. And we bought these little lights. These are just for the terrace. Basically they're just from Poundland. You put 3 AA batteries in, which is actually gonna be a problem because I've just bought 5, so I can only use one of these. But you put 3 AAA batteries in, and I think you like push it and it lights up. But we thought if they work, the thing we bought last time from Poundland didn't work, so we will see. From Wilco's because they were just 50p, and my laptop is so dirty, and I thought maybe screen wipes is the way forward. We literally, basically the whole reason we went to all of these shops was in search of a loaf tin, because Charlotte has brought some banana bread ingredients, and I think we're going to make that in a bit after that Dermalogica cool thing that I've got soonish. I think we're going to bake banana bread, so we needed a loaf tin, but they didn't have one at Poundland, so we had to go to Wilco's, and it was just a bit of an ordeal. Some ice cubes, little ice cube trays from Poundland. I like this one because it's got a little silicone bottom, so you can push them out easily, but they are just for our iced coffees. As you know, we love our iced coffees. The batteries that I was saying about, but I didn't realise that both of them needed 3, and this is a pack of 5, so that's not great. I spoke about this the other day. It's literally my favourite meal cut in Poundland, so I was like, right, I'm gonna pick it up. It's actually only 75p. I picked this up from Poundland again because it was £1. I thought I could like I don't know, I thought it'd be nice for like pictures maybe. It's quite small, but I thought I could take like a little picture with it and like prop up somewhere in my room. I just thought it might be like handy, and it's basically £1, and it's meant to be for like a table centrepiece, but I don't know. Just for £1, I thought it could not for a wall, stood somewhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it was £1, so I thought I could make something work. And then the best bit is that they had some Christmas chocolates reduced because they're going out of date basically. When are they out of date? At the end of March. We've got like a month to eat them. I'm gonna eat these tonight. But they have these selection boxes in Poundland for 25p. 2 of them each, and I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna like rip it all apart now and put it in our little chocolate drawers. Yes, we do have chocolate snack drawers. Now I'm just gonna try and dry it off, and then I literally look like I've got like wet doggy hair. I'm gonna try and dry off, and then in about 45 minutes I think I've got that Dermalogica cool, which is about like manifestation, so I might do some like journaling on it. So I'm not really sure what the vibe is, but I'm not gonna lie. Nice little like calming evening, then we're gonna have our takeaway later and do our banana bread and everything. So yeah, it was a nice cozy night in now. Yay! So I'm just on the call. I always get really scared that I always get super scared that my audio is on and they can hear me while I'm like vlogging. We're just gonna sit at a table and do it. Just clean my screen with these, and I'm quite impressed, I won't lie. And then the worst thing ever happened, so I was cleaning my screen over the camera, and whereas my camera was on, so I would have been in the thing like, and like it's embarrassing me because it's like with Toph, like Georgia Toffolo, doing like this manifestation thing, so like her face is really close, like, I don't know, like there's loads of people on it, but like I can just see her and it's freaking me out.
Because perfect skin doesn't exist. There's no such thing. As much as we, might see skins that are airbrushed, the reality is skin is very, very real and it changes every day.
I think the reason why I feel it's such a privilege to work with Dermalogica is just that the core ethos of the company is that healthy skin is the goal. And I love it, Leslie, when you said it earlier, perfect skin doesn't exist. And for someone like me who does struggle, it's not just a tagline. And I think it makes me personally feel that me with my permanent breakouts, my scarring, my redness, it makes me feel that I am enough. So I then get casted off to go to Australia to go and do the jungle. And what no one really knows is that the 2 weeks before you actually enter the jungle, you are locked in a hotel room for 2 weeks.
Finished that Dermalogica thing, it was actually so good. I'm going to go in full depth later on. Like I don't know where I've put my notebook, but I've done like 2 pages full of notes because it was literally so good. Like even Charlotte was in the living room, like I really enjoyed listening to that because it was just like the girl who did the manifestation thing was so good. Like I'm quite into manifestation. Like we've done a lot. We used to have this thing where every morning we would FaceTime, like as soon as we got up, and get our journals out and like write our grateful things for the morning and stuff, didn't we? Like we got into a really good routine with that, and then we found the flat. Yeah. I was manifesting so much about that flat, and all I'm saying is we're fucking here, bitch. That's exactly what I'm saying. But before I go into that thing, I'm gonna do that a bit later and like have a proper chat about like what I do for manifesting, like how I feel about it. We are gonna make some banana bread. Shah is filming a video for her channel, so we've got the setup here, her camera. This is the ingredients, some oil, some sugar, some bananas that need using up, chocky chunk. We did also just realise that we don't have any scales.
Yeah, which is good. We knew there was going to be some sort of problematic thing, like what bowl are we using to mix the stuff in?
The landlord's bowl, And then we've got my laptop here with the recipe, which is a BBC Good Food one. I will just pop it down below if you want to try a new vegan recipe, because
that's the one I always use.
Yeah, Shah raves about this one. So
it's so simple as well. You can obviously add all your extra bits and pieces in.
Yeah, but a good basics.
I hate stuff like that. We think we've grilled the banana bread.
Oh, it's burning my hands. I've got a good feeling about this now. I've got a good feeling about this. The inside. How do you feel?
Embarrassed, but also good.
So Deliveroo, this was the food box I was talking about earlier. Deliveroo have done a partnership with German doner kebabs, and this is what they kindly sent over to us for our meal. So I've got a veggie kebab in here. Obviously I'm pescatarian at the minute. I feel like this would have probably been better if I got chicken, but we'll try veggie. I'm not sure. I'm a bit scared, to be honest, of the vegetables, but it looked quite nice. And then these are what I'm most excited for: chili, cheese bites, some fries. We've got some dips here, and then you get a drink as well. And this is their Boss box. So a cute little like snack I do. I think it's about $12.99, and I'm gonna tuck in because I'm starving. Okay, so it is late into the evening now, and I've got you in a new position in my bedroom. It's in this like nook by my bed, so I'm hoping this isn't too bad lighting or anything, because I think this could be quite a good little spot for bed chats. It's a bit annoying I can't get the camera angle any higher, but we're going with it. I'm all ready for bed. I just had a shower and washed my hair. I thought I would quickly come chat about the manifestation stuff I was going to talk about earlier, like a little manifestation before bed thing. I think I'm going to do some journaling because I've kind of been a little bit slacking recently because I've just been so busy. But I think it's important to like take time to slow down, reflect on everything, and yeah, I really need to get a bit more like back into the swing of things while I'm here. Dermalogica thing earlier about manifestation was honestly so good. Dermalogica always do quite good events, I won't lie. Like some Zoom events can be a little bit like hit and miss. Dermalogica tend to do really good ones, but I think this was probably my favourite. They've done some good yoga ones before, but I really enjoyed this one. Obviously Dermalogica is a brand that I really love. Suffering with acne, I feel like I have this weird kind of respect for like brands who speak about acne so well, if that makes sense, because I've suffered with it and like I've really had like really affected my mood at points. Like I'm definitely in a lot of like a happier place with my skin now, but yeah, I've had really bad lows with acne, so having like a brand talk about acne so well and like really care about, I can't describe like their whole ethos and stuff. I just really love Dermalogica as a brand, and their products obviously really, really good. You've probably seen a lot of people use them and talk about them, and it's because they're genuinely really good. And they had a lovely girl on there. I'll tell you her @ on Instagram, because if you wanna know more about this kind of thing, she is probably much better to follow than to listen to me talking on my bed in this massive jumper. But her @ is Kira the Bold on Instagram. But basically she went through like how she manifests and her like law of attraction and stuff, and I have been quite into manifesting. I don't want to say that I know a lot about it, because compared to some people I'm a complete novice, but I have been trying over kind of the last year. And sort of around the start of the year I bought this from Papier. It is a daily planner. It's actually really good. Papier do like literally the best notebooks and stuff. But what I love about this one is you have at the start a lot of like goal setting, and then it breaks it down to like a week by week view. So you have like your goals for the day, and then like a to-do list and stuff like that. Gives you lots of things like this. So it has like my top priorities. There's a habit tracker here. I literally love things that habit track, and just loads of good stuff. It's a really good planner. At the start of the year I wrote down my like huge goals. I feel like in my journal I have to be like really, really open. Like I dream big, and it would kind of cringe me out showing you, but this honestly makes me want to cry. It says London. I've drawn a little London picture and I've put move out. I was really trying to manifest that, because at one point I really didn't think it was going to happen, and here we are. So if that's any evidence that you can manifest things, I used to think manifestation was just a load of shit basically, because I was like, you can't bring things into your life, like you can't, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'm a very evidence science kind of person, so I really didn't believe it. Basically I started to like look into it more, and I kind of came up with the idea that even if the whole like law of attraction thing wasn't real, because there's like quite a thing like you start thinking it, stuff starts happening. I was like, I don't believe that's entirely true. But I started to think, well, if I'm thinking positive thoughts, it's not going to hurt. Or if I start doing my gratitude, it's not going to hurt. Like, and if it doesn't work, then what have I lost, basically? And I am really getting quite into it, and I do now believe in quite a lot of it, I won't lie. So on the call today, Kira basically went through her like process of how she does her manifestations and stuff like that. It's actually really, really similar to what I do, which is so nice in a way, because I think if it was a completely new concept, it would have felt more like, whoa. I think it would have thrown me more, but it's actually really similar to what I do. But I thought I would quickly go through it with you in case you want to like get into manifesting and you want to know what I learn. I would really recommend just starting to do some of these things, because I honestly believe that this is the key to happiness and success without being, don't know why I stuttered on success, it's just quite moving. 5 steps per manifestation. So the first thing you need to do, and this is pretty much what I've seen anyone talk about manifestation, is decide what you want to create. Like, what is in your heart? Like, what is your like goal? Because if you don't know, this just makes logical sense even if you don't believe in manifestation. If you don't know what you want to achieve, then how are you going to achieve it? Riddle me that. How are you going to achieve it if you don't know? I literally write these down. Like, what do you want? And go big, like huge. What do you want? The second step is classed as taking out the trash. So she was saying about our brain has a natural tendency to think in negative thoughts in order to protect you. It makes sense, because like you have to have negative thoughts else you just get yourself into awful situations all the time. So you have to think like, oh, this is a bit scary, or oh, this is a bit, you know, things hold you back to keep you safe. Bad thoughts can clog up your brain to some extent, and you want to kind of replace them with like positive thoughts, positive self-image, you know, good thoughts instead of all of these bad thoughts. Then what you have to do is write your doubts about those goals you just had written down. So whatever you wrote for your first step was, what do you want? What are your doubts about it? And you can probably list like a million, because it's in our nature to just think like, whatever it is. Say it's like, I want to get a first in my degree. It's probably like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not clever enough, I don't have enough time. Whatever the doubts may be, write them all down, every single doubt you have about it. She recommends doing this like every morning, writing down all of your negative thoughts for the day out on paper, because once they're on paper, they're like out of your mind. Like you've put them there, and you don't have to have the negative thoughts anymore, which is something I didn't do, so that's something I'm going to implement. 3 is imagine your best friend said those doubts that you just wrote down to you. You would have 2 options, right? Your first option would be like, say your best friend just said, yeah, I don't think I'm clever enough to get a first in my degree. Your options would either be like, yeah, hun, I don't think you're clever enough. Or your second option would be what I'm guessing most of you would probably say, that if Charlotte came down and said, like, I don't think I'm good enough for this or whatever, I would say, of course you're good enough. You're being stupid. Like, I completely believe in you can literally achieve anything you want to achieve if you put your mind to it. Da 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 da. So Now what you need to do is, if your friend literally texts you those doubts, what would you say back to them? Write that down. I'm not going to tell you my goals, but my reply would be like, you are good enough, it's so obvious that you can do this. You don't need to doubt yourself on this. Step 4 is visualize what you want to do. So what your end result is. And the thing that I used to really get confused about manifesting is like, it's not just visualizing it like lightly. You need to like actually imagine it has happened. Like, not it's gonna happen, it has happened. So say it's getting your first, you need to imagine you graduating with that piece of paper in your hand, and then don't stop there, go further. Like, you need to literally picture the texture of the piece of paper. Like, what can you smell, what's around you, what noise, how do you feel? Like, I like to really go through every single thing I'm feeling in the situation. Like, I'm feeling proud, I'm feeling committed, I'm feeling empowered. What does your goal, when you achieve it, because it's happened, you have to think of it in your brain as it's happened, what is the feeling like? And she was talking about how like runners, obviously like athletes and stuff, they train all the time. They're like, you know, doing their test sprints or whatever. I don't even know what athletes do, training, eating healthy, blah blah blah. But they're also like visualizing themselves cross the line constantly. It's because you're training your brain to know the feeling, you know, like you are going to be more successful if you have your brain is already thinking these thoughts. Surely you're going to be in a better position by thinking like all these positive thoughts about it happening, because then you're probably going to apply for that job. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're always thinking it's happening, it's like a serotonin boost. If I'm thinking like, oh, I've just I don't know, something career wise, let's say for me, like, oh, I've just secured my dream brand deal. If I every morning am thinking about the feeling of this email popping into my inbox, that's like a mood booster in the morning, right? Because I'm visualizing it that heavily, where I'm thinking like about my feelings and like what I'm wearing and how like where I'm stood. And the 5th and final step, she said this is one I don't do, but she was saying like she really believes in evidence, which is kind of what I was saying a minute ago. Like, if you don't believe in manifestation and stuff, she was saying like ask the universe for a sign. And she was going, it might sound slightly crazy, but once you start like opening your mind to like the universe listening to you, you can like start to see signs and things. I'm a bit skeptical about this one, but I somewhat do believe it, because I feel like when you start looking out for stuff, like, I don't believe if I say that, oh, a bird is going to land on my shoulder, that it's necessarily going to happen. But at the same time, like, I do feel like I could go on the street tomorrow and like a bird comes really close to me and you're like, are you listening to me, universe? So I don't know, take with that one what you will, but she basically saying about like the universe responds and like you're basically communicating with the universe. Yeah, that's basically the 5 steps, but I just thought you might find it interesting because I really did. I don't know how I feel about the whole sign thing, even though I do somewhat agree with it, but at the very least I think it's such a good idea to like journal, the like writing down your worries, writing down your goals and stuff like that. I cannot explain to you how much doing gratitude makes you more grateful in life. Like, when I first started doing this, I had to like sit down at the end of the day and literally start in the morning, go through the entire day and think like, oh, that was really nice, can be something really big, be something really tiny, like I made a really good cup of tea. And then a couple of weeks in, I would make a cup of tea and be like, that tastes good, that's going in my gratitude journal later. And then a few more weeks on, I didn't have to think like that's something I can write down. I was just grateful in the moment. And I say it in a kind of past tense because I feel like I've got out of the habit of doing my gratitude journal, which is why I need to start picking it up again. But literally, it changed my entire perspective on everything. Like, I was constantly way more grateful for every little thing because I got in the habit of being aware of being grateful. It sounds so stupid, but I cannot recommend you do this enough. Even if you're just thinking about doing it, like, just sit with a notebook tonight and just write. Even if it's 3 things that you're grateful for, really recommend it. And I'm actually going to put a link to my favourite 10-minute guided meditation on YouTube. I literally love guided meditation, and there's one that I do for gratitude and it is so good. And honestly, like, I just cannot recommend it enough. Even if you don't believe in the whole like massive law of attraction huge thing, I think practicing gratitude is literally the best thing you can do to improve your life. Not to be dramatic, but yeah, I think I'm going to pretty much end this vlog here. I look a bit, this is not really like a aesthetic, is it? Like joggers, big pink fluffy hoodie, glass. Oh, by the way, I always get questions about these glasses. These are my blue light glasses, and I've got a link for these as well. And that is the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed. I feel suddenly like really full of energy now. I've been going on about that. Like, I don't think I'm ready for bed now because I just feel so good about the manifestation stuff. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. See you soon for another vlog.